Hey. Hello and welcome everyone to day 2 of the Masterclass for the Art of Self-Leadership. Very happy to find you again today. This is a beautiful masterclass that we designed to go along with the launch of the new book. So we have a new book. We're building up all the energies, all the momentum, so that before the pre-order day, write it down. If you don't have it down yet, it's on Saturday. It's Saturday, November 9th, and I'm very happy to have you with me today. Layla, it's so good to see you, girl. I miss you. It has been a long time. So happy to have you with us today. I see already beautiful faces. We're stream. I don't know. I'm not able to fix this one here on Instagram because it's just dancing. But now it's good. Here we go. Don't move. It seems to be perfect now. All right, that's great. Okay, so welcome everyone. Let me know where you're connecting from. If you are connecting with me for the first time, let me know that this is the first time. I want to welcome you to our word of self-leadership and of the codes. If this is, you've been in my word, so just say hello because we are friends and stuff, and it's good to have you with me. I can see we have Dr. Zahra with me. I have Shurok. So good to see you. It's so nice. Welcome, everyone. So this is a very special time for us inside the BAN method because we are about to launch the new book, which is the Art of Self-Leadership, 12 codes to elevate yourself to greatness. I think it's a masterpiece because it took me maybe 2 years to really have it completely refined and structured in a way that it can help you and guide you to elevate your leadership style. When I say elevate your leadership style, it's not just in terms of your position in your career, in your position in the professional world, but also in your position in your side, your life. How do you get out of your life the best of it? Like, how can you lead yourself to a more healthier way of being, to more fitness, to more taking care of you? How can you lead yourself to more happiness? Because happiness is actually a choice, is actually a decision that you make, and more you understand how to integrate that into your life and how to make those decisions and to make them yours. It's not just I decide I want to be happy and I'm waiting for someone to come and make me happy, or I want to feel love and I'm waiting for someone to come and show me or care for me or love me, and then you stay waiting. This is not about the waiting. This is how you lead yourself so that there is no waiting. This is how you come and save yourself from whatever situation you are, whatever level of despair you might find yourself in, and so that you can become higher and you can become more in tuned about with yourself, more aligned with the true value, with who you are inside you, and also more understanding to who you are, so that you can define where you want to go. Because there are two things that you need to succeed in whatever you want in your life. Well, the first one is to know where you are now. What do you like? Who are you? What do you love? What makes you feel alive? What makes you feel that you matter? What are the things that make you feel like, okay, you understand yourself? That's the first step. And then where are you going? Where is your desire? What's your dream goal? What's your objective? And once you have these 2 points, then you can start that planting, and then you can start drawing your roadmap. And that's the beauty of this approach. The BAN method is a method that I've designed and was crafted through the years. And I want to thank all the incredible in people in my word, men and women, and all the women I can see watching us. We just had a beautiful session today inside the experience of the Femme Leader. Women from around the world, they're incredible, successful, smart, amazing, just beautiful, good-hearted women that are just, I care so much for them. And really, it's thanks to you. So I really want to thank you for your presence in my life, for trusting, for choosing me as your guide, as your mentor, and for trusting, because sometimes we need to do some work, and that the work we do is might get hurtful at times, might get overwhelming. Maybe sometimes we just want to avoid it because it's too many emotions. We're not ready to handle them, or we feel, is it going to help me or not? So there is always the doubt that settles in whenever you do. And this is why these type of approaches, this type of videos and masterclass that I do is really to invite you in to opening your consciousness, that you can change your life, you can elevate yourself, and you can get yourself out from whatever situation you're in, and you want to get yourself better, in a better life, better wealth, better money, more joy, more love, more anything. Okay, so let me know if you guys are still around me, and give me some ones and some twos. We are day 2. You are ready for day 2. This is going to be a beautiful masterclass, because I'm going to take you step by step into understanding and unlocking the codes behind the BAL method. Okay. So my name is Dr. Hari Hind, if you're tuning in for the first time. So I've been in self-development for 4 years now. I am engineer by training, and I did my PhD on development and sustainability, but also I worked a lot on decision theory and operation research and modeling. Christine, so good to see you. And so, and I've worked for more than 20 years in different institutions at the international level, in the public sector and in the private sector. And what I was what I was working on is mostly to define strategies. So define strategies at the international level, then define strategies more at the local level, and define strategies at the national level as well. So I think I have freely now owned the hat of being a strategist, and I love that, because even in the work we do, although there is a lot of mindset, a lot of energetics, there is a lot of strategy behind it and a lot of planning. And that's what's incredible, because it's not about just feeling good and meditating your way to success and freedom. That's not how it works. You need to understand that you got to calm your mind, master the power of your inner strength, and make sure that all your mindset is always in a winning attitude. That's one part. But there is another part, which is doing the work that you need to do, doing it insisting on doing it. Because not just like doing it, it's taking actions, by taking actions strategically, taking actions because you know where you're going. Otherwise, you'll be just running on a treadmill. And we tend to be doing that, because when people ask you, what are you doing? It's like, I'm running. I'm like, how life is. I'm running here and I'm doing this. And that feeling of running is a reality. It's what becomes your way of being. And this is what we want to stop. We want you to stop, take a breather. Let's take, all of us, deep breath, and feel that everything is going to be okay. And that's what we often missing. We just need some time to freeze the image on where we are. And like, okay, let me take a moment and stop and let me see what is happening in my life. And if you do that, that's when you start being aware that when you anchor yourself more in the present moment, you can start shifting your mindset to becoming more in tune of what you want to be, and an attitude that helps you successfully get closer to what you want to do. And also see what are the hurts, what are the constraints, what are the blockage that are holding you down, what are the things that are not helping you go for faster and move faster in what you want to become. Okay, so if this resonates with you, give me some hearts, give me some twos again. I want to see you, and I want to see if this talks to you. Okay, so today is the first part of the BEL method. Tomorrow we'll be talking about the second phase, which is about taking actions. On Saturday, it will be all dedicated to the book launch and the pre-order. So I want you to be with me. It's going to be in the morning this time, in my morning. So it's like 11:30 a.m. GMT +1. That's same time as in Paris, and it's 10:30 UK time. It'll be too early in the US, but it will be another replay in the afternoon. But that's a beautiful day, and I'm very excited about it. So we want you to start preparing yourself to understand how you can feel that you'll get empowered with all this concept and all of that. Okay, so if you have your workbook, I would like you to grab it, because the first phase is really about strengthening your own belief system. So how can you feel stronger about your ability to create what you want in your life? How can you believe more in yourself? Believe more that you deserve to have all the success that you want. Believe that you can actually create the dream goals that you've set up for yourself, and it's possible and it's doable, and they can become yours. That's something that you get to change if it's not the case now. We often get stopped because we don't believe we can make it. You see others doing it and you're like, well, because he or she is at the right place at the right time, or oh, maybe because they started really early, or because they didn't go through what I've gone through, or so we always find the right excuse it. Um, okay, I'm glad you to hear that. So the right excuses, you always find them and you always put them forward, just like if they are going to recomfort you somehow, or more than that. It's almost like, okay, let me say that if in case I don't make it, it's okay because I knew it. So it makes you feel like more soothed. It's not as painful as it could be if you let yourself truly believe in it. And what it does, all of these thoughts that are sabotaging thought, because you sabotage yourself basically, is you block yourself, you block the possibilities of you being able to reach more success, being able to create the life that you want, because you always find the right excuse to stop yourself, and it blocks you. And what I want you to unlock in this first day, first part of the method, is the strengthening of your belief system. You get to do it. No one else will come to strengthen you better than you would do it yourself. And I think this understanding is extremely powerful, because when you go through things that are hard in your life, or you get disappointed by the results that you have, you look around you, you're like, maybe I should have had better house, maybe I should have lived better, maybe my family could have been better, something better. You always look for what is it that you could have had better in your life, and so you feel frustrated because it's not as you want them to, and you think that's this it is what it is. Well, you could stay in it is what it is, or you can take over and decide to change them. And this is who I'm speaking to. I'm speaking to the person that feels like I can do something better with my life. And this is what I love to attract in my life, and this is who I speak to, because it's you can give up and like say, okay, I'm just going to sustain myself in whatever I am, because it's feel too much. It's too difficult. It's like you get me out of my comfort zone, and I'm not ready for that. I just been habitually comfortable in where I am, even if it's mediocre, it doesn't matter. I'm just being there, and I'm just going to sit there. That's one attitude which you could have. But would that be a waste of time and waste of everything? Like, why? What's the reason for you to even be here? What's the reason for us to even be alive if it is not to create, if it's not to be better, if it is not to leave a legacy, if it is not to use your voice so that you can inspire others, your voice so that you can tell your story? Maybe someone needed someone like you just to feel like, okay, give me some hope. I want you to feel that your role and the role of each one of us is to build that bridge of hope. That's what it is to be a leader. To be a leader is not only you stand and you walk towards the direction of what you want to create in your life, but also ignite something in others, something in people that follow you, that are inspired by you, that are admiring you, so that because you give them that bridge of hope. You give them a hope of a better life. You give them a hope of it's possible. You give them a hope to so that they keep on believing in themselves, because you inspire them, because you ignite that light. Because nothing is easy, that's for sure. Mm. Um, let me see this question, since it's make. What if what you see better is making others life better. Yes, that is so true because you have a positive outlook. When you start having a positive outlook and when you start even yourself living with a positive outlook about life, then others will see it this way. Often we think that, the best way to do things like, go here, this is what I'm telling you. It's like the managers you need to do this, you need to do that, you need to do that. But what if you actually walk and empower the others and trust in them that they will understand what's good for them and do the same, and you start walking. You want to walk the talk. We're so good at advising and telling people what to do, and I think you should do it this way. Let me give you my advice, let me give you my idea. Do you do it to yourself? Do you stop and like, okay, what's good for you? No, tell it to yourself. Do you actually do it? Do you stop and say, okay, here's where I am in my life. I want to go to a higher level. What do I need to do? How can I advise me? Like, if I become the best friend of me, how can I treat me? That's what my question for you is. Do you get to create that relationship with yourself? Because the best relationship you want to have is with yourself. That's the most valuable person you have to you. So, what is it? How do you see you? How do you help you? And that's what this part is about. So, this is about mastering your emotional intelligence. And mastering your emotional intelligence is not a luxury that you get to add into what you have, it's a must. Because if you don't know how to navigate through the world of emotions, it's very hard to make yourself a successful career or to create success out of your life. Because the moment the emotions gets high, the intelligence goes away. As soon as the emotions get overwhelming, your intelligence is gone for a ride. And when the intelligence is gone, it's very difficult to be able to think, to be able to reason, to be able to make the right decision, to be able to put yourself back on track. It's very hard because you are overwhelmed with all those emotions. They take over and they do not let you think properly. Your mind shrinks because have been taken over by all the emotions. So the emotional intelligence is your ability to understand, to feel, to use, and to manage your own emotions, all of that in positive ways, so that you can relieve stress, you can communicate effectively, and you can empathize with others. Because if you want to understand the others, you got to understand their emotions. And for you to understand others' emotions, how can you do that if you don't understand yours? That's why emotional intelligence is the basics to start being in charge of yourself. When we get overwhelmed, it's because emotions are too high. And if we let emotions too high, we cannot reason and think the properly. It just gets us too overwhelmed, and we don't find that breather that helps us ground yourself and put us back into the right track. That's why it is so essential to understand emotional intelligence is a must. And I think, like, how this book came about, it's because, I a lot of our programs since 2021, that's 4 years ago, the first programs we did was from women. So we work a lot with female leadership, and we do it in different languages. I know that there are a lot of women showing up and Instagram speaking French. It's in English today. That's okay. We will be doing French soon. But en français, on va parler bientôt. But now, maintenant, c'est tout en English. But we will do the French masterclass soon, because a French version, une version française du livre va sortir bientôt également. So let me just carry on this first phase, which is about the importance of emotional intelligence. So the bad method turned out to be, both for men and women. It's the same thing. We think the same way. We are human being. All what we want to do is to become the best expression of our spiritual perfection. That's what we thrive for. This is what we want to do. So because that's the job that we have, it's the same, whether it is for women and women. And in this being and this first part of believing and being, it's a lot about feminine energy, which exists for men as well, because feminine energy is surrendering to, trusting, to just being who you are, um, without even needing to overdoing things. And it applies the same way. And all that phase is about emotional intelligence. So this method is actually useful and impact for people in the business environment, Because a lot of time you come to work and you're like, I live, it's a very toxic environment. I need to change my job. But it's not about changing your job, because if you project the same bitterness towards toxic environment, you will be attracting the same thing into your life. And you can change job, you'll find yourself in another toxic environment. So you need to heal yourself within that environment and change your attitude in a way that makes the whole environment changes. And that's the power of this approach. This method, the diving into the first part of emotional intelligence and believing, changes you completely. It helps you change your attitude, and changing your attitude is like changing your glasses. It's like you see the word differently. You see the word in a whole new way. You see people, you connect to people differently. And when you do that, when you master your emotions and when you master others' emotions. So understanding emotional intelligence is a way for you to start mastering your emotions. It helps you manage them better, use them better, feel them better, which helps you relieve stress, which helps you communicate properly, which helps you empathize with others more and overcome challenges, because you want to overcome all those challenges and diffuse conflicts, which is really good. So, in the business environment, that's exactly what we want for corporations. When they want to have more return, when they want to have more results, positive results, more profits, they need to have productive people. And when people are too emotional, like too overwhelmed, too confused, too bad with each other, how can they be effective in their work? They can't. So when they master, this is what we call the soft skills, and master emotional intelligence, their mind is more concentrated and more focused, so they become more productive. So you see how the why I translated the BAL method into codes. It's because it helps you not only in your personal life, but it helps you within your professional environment. And it helps also institutions to empower their human capital, the people that work there. Because when you feel good, you produce. When you feel good, you give excellence. When you feel good, you add that greatness into everything you do. And we feel it. The institution feel it, the corporation feel it, the clients feel it, the profits feel it. So it's all linked and connected. So the essence of thriving is your well-being inside. And the well-being is your ability to master emotional intelligence. So you need to become basically the greatest version of yourself for you to live the life that you desire. That's what it is. You need to be on top of your emotions, and you need to navigate through your emotions so that you become that greatest version of you. How does it help you? It helps you manage yourself, which means you control impulsive feelings and behaviors. No more impulsive. You don't get upset and then you start screaming and you're like, oh, I'm sorry, I didn't mean it, or I needed to get this out of my chest. You don't need to get anything out. You ground yourself, you calm yourself down, you take that energy, you transform it into a force that helps you thrive and helps you vibe forward. You don't get it out. That's not how it works. You become more aware. It's about self-awareness, because you recognize your own emotions. You recognize what are you good at. You recognize what makes you feel good and makes you feel bad. So you become more aware of you. And we need to be more aware of us. We need to, because more you're aware of you, you'll be aware of the other. You'll understand the other better. You'll connect with the other better, because we connect through emotions. We connect through our hearts. And for business to thrive, it thrives through connections. So how can you connect if your inside is shaky? It's hard. You keep on doing and you feel frustrated. You send CVs everywhere and you do to interviews and you're frustrated. You keep on doing the work and you're waiting for the clients. You keep on praying and hoping, and the contracts, where are they? But it's all about, how do you vibe inside? What is the narrative inside you? What's happening inside you? Are you positive? Are you entertaining a positive outlook? Do you think you can make it? Do you think it's impossible? What do you think? What is happening inside you? That's what emotional intelligence is. It's being intelligent around your emotions. It's not the soft skills that are just added stuff. It's more important than any diploma you can add. Trust me. If you want to change your life, it's not about go getting more information, more diplomas, and more certification. That's not it. It's about working what is going on inside your subconscious mind, because that's where all the actions come from. The actions get out of the conscious mind, they do not get out of your perfect intellect. That's not how it works. The intellect is meant to help you do things, create, strategize, plan, and carry on. But what makes you thrive and success and succeed and get the money and reach your goals is your subconscious mind. So, what is happening in there? And the subconscious mind is all emotions. And you know what? The subconscious mind represents 95%, which is tremendous. 5% only is intellect. All the rest is subconscious. All the rest are emotions. So, if you are in a business and everyone around you is working and you have no idea what's happening inside their subconscious mind, do you think they can be as productive? You can threaten them, you can tell them what to do, you can give them processes, you can respect the processes, you can do all that stuff. But if you do not go inside and understand what's going on in their subconscious mind, in the emotional side, there you will not be able to up level the results, to improve, to go to another sphere of impact of profit, because all corporations are made by human being working in them. So the well-being of a person equals the well-being of a corporation. So if you have your own business and if you are the one working on that business, how is your mindset? If your mindset is not on top, how do you want that business to be healthy and thriving? So you need to work on that side. So emotional intelligence is this first phase that you need to work on. You need to be aware of yourself. You need to be manage yourself properly. It helps you also get social awareness for others, empathy for others, understanding others. We're creating leaders here that are full of empathy. We're creating leaders that have a great impact on the world. It also helps you manage relationship, develop and maintain good relationships. You get to do that through your emotional intelligence. Okay. So this first part to me is the most powerful, the most important one. It's the one that takes us a lot of time to master. We always think that, just listen to it. It's just like a course, you can go through it and it's fine, but it's more than that. You need to be able you need to be able mm, you need to be able to understand that more. You need to be able to take the time to really integrate it. You need to be able to take it, and you become the spokesperson for that. You act as that, you ignite that in others. So let me keep you with one last thought as I'm wrapping up this session today. Is about something so powerful that I got to learn because we got to understand emotional intelligence. There is one idea that is essential for business and for relationships. So the longevity in business and relationships comes with your ability to walk with the duality of life. And your ability to walk with the duality of life comes with your mastering of your emotional intelligence. And when I say duality of life, it means you walk with the two things that are good and happening great in your life, the joy, the happiness, the success, the greatness, the image of success, the visualization of this success, the hope of success, or just the dream of success. That's the joy part. And then the sad part, which is, things are not working so well. It's complicated. It's too long. It takes too much time. It's too hard. Problems that are not cleared yet. So your ability to walk with these two, it's what dictates the longevity of your relationships between people, of your business, of your life, of everything. So, what I want you to ponder on today is, if you were to look at what are the two things that you need to see clearly in your life so that you don't get them mixed up. You don't let the sadness cover the happiness or the joy that could be or could appear. And you don't let the joy let you ignore everything else. It's to coexist. That shows maturity, that shows emotional mastery, and that shows your ability to have a vision and to go towards it. When we get overwhelmed, it means we mix them both. We mix the problem, the setback, the constraints, the difficulties, the, too much stuff, and the happiness and the joy. When we are not able to separate them and coexist with both of them, we block ourselves from thriving. We block ourselves from reaching higher results. We block ourselves from enjoying life as it comes because we don't give ourselves the right to enjoy it because of the too many problems, or we numb ourselves so much that we don't feel anything anymore because the hurt of the problems is too overwhelming. So you're not sure you can coexist with all of that. Either way, you need to be able to make that clear and entangle these two things. Once you succeed in entangling them, then you can say, I understand. I'm on top of my emotional intelligence. I know going and I master it. But when you still let emotions take over, you get to either be in one side or in the other. You want to coexist with them. You want to give yourself the right, be happy, think happy, aim happy, desire good things, and go towards them. And but you, in the same time, trust that the problems will be solved, the sadness will disappear, all the things that are not working your way will just go away. And so, being able to have that helps you thrive. So, again, the longevity in business and relationships comes with your ability to walk with the duality of life, joy in one side, and the sadness, and the problems, and the issues on the other side. This is what I want you to keep from today because no matter what you go through, you'll be okay. It's gonna go away. It's gonna space itself out of your life. And you need to trust that. And even if you advance, because more the objectives are big, more the dreams are amazing, more the desires are big, more the challenges will be big. And you got to be ready for that. And being ready for that, it means having the ability to know and to be convinced that you can coexist with all of them and that you can create whatever you want to create because you deserve it, because that's who you are, because that first part of strengthening your belief system helps you believe in yourself more, believes in your ability to thrive, believe in your ability to succeed, believe in your ability to become the amazing you and to get closer to that identity of the goal achieved you. So that's what I wanted to share with you today. I promise to keep this masterclass short because we are building up the momentum until you get to pre-order your book and to get it at a very, very, very gift price for you, especially for this masterclass. So today, look at the workbook. If you don't have it, you can still register at bellmethod.com/self-leadership. You can send us an email. We get to you so that I can send you your copy. And tomorrow, I want to meet to talk about the second phase of the Bell method. Today was about belief, was about emotional intelligence, was about understanding the duality of life, coexisting with the duality of life, taking in everything that comes in your life without numbing yourself up, without ignoring everything. And tomorrow, we'll be talking about strategies, action, planning. What does it take to strategize your way into greatness? Okay, so thank you for being with me today. It's so good to have you. If you're watching us on replay, #replay, I wanna, I go back and read the comments. I want to welcome you as well to give you more details so that you can be with us when we do the launch on Saturday. And I look forward to seeing you tomorrow. Tomorrow we're meeting at 11:30 GMT +1. That's gonna be our morning in the GMT level. It's going to be a little bit early for the Eastern side, but we will have replays in the afternoon for you. And for Dubai, it's going to be, I think, around 2:30 p.m. So I look forward to seeing you. Thank you for being with me today. It's always great. It's always great to be live.